The entire leaked majority opinion is nearly 100 pages long. News4JAX reporter Ann Maxwell has been going through all of this and is joining us with some excerpts and background. Ann?
The draft opinion that document is addressing, the case rather that drafted opinion is addressing is a case called Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization. Basically, it's over this Mississippi law that would generally ban abortions after 15 weeks. Also at issue, Roe versus Wade, as well as Planned Parenthood versus Casey. That was a decision that ruled that states cannot place an undue burden on those seeking abortions. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled. That's what Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito wrote in a leaked initial draft of a majority opinion on a case involving abortion. He writes, Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. Its reasoning was exceptionally weak, and the decision has had damaging consequences. Roe v. Wade is a landmark Supreme Court decision that established a constitutional right to abortion. In the leaked opinion, Justice Alito writes, the Constitution makes no reference to abortion, and no such right is implicitly protected by any constitutional provision, including the one on which the defenders of Roe and Casey now chiefly rely, the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. That clause says no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Justice Alito suggests the right to abortion doesn't apply because it's not deeply rooted in American history or tradition. He says the right to abortion was unknown in American law until the latter part of the 20th century, noting abortion was illegal in 3/4 of the states when the 14th Amendment was adopted in 1868. He goes on to say Roe is different than rights granted in other court decisions involving things including contraception and marriage because it destroys what Roe and Casey called, quote, fetal rights, and what the Mississippi law at issue describes as an unborn human being. The opinion says the legal principle calling courts to adhere to precedent does not apply here because, quote, Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. And nothing in that leaked opinion would prevent lawmakers from addressing how abortion should be regulated. And again, it's not set in stone. The justices could change the language on that or even change their votes. Live in Jacksonville, Ann Maxwell, Channel 4, the local station.